So there were two young fish swimming along one day, and an older fish swam by and said, "Morning, fellas, how's the water?" The two fish kept swimming along until one of the fish turned to the other and said, "What the hell is water?" I love this story because it shows us how you can live your life surrounded every day by a massive thing that impacts every part of your life that you don't even know exists. It's invisible to you. You know what I'm going to say, right? It's capitalism. I'm talking about capitalism. Those of us who talk about capitalism all the time, I swear we're not trying to do a thing where we're like, it is the source of every single one of your problems. Although, I mean, like, yeah, sometimes it kind of is. But it's because it's important to use the word, to call it out, to name it, because otherwise people don't understand that they are living in this system. They just think that it's how life is, but it's not how it has been for most of human history. Oh, by the way, I'm Dr. Hilary Agro. I'm an anthropologist who wants my children to survive the capitalist hellscape that we are all trapped in. Keeping a structure unnamed helps to conceal its very existence from those of us who might be able to organize to change it. Anyone who plays D&D knows that an invisible enemy is much harder to fight. Philosopher Mark Fisher, RIP, we love you, King, coined the concept of capitalist realism to describe the situation that we're in. He wrote about how since the dissolution of the Soviet Union, which at the time was the most widely known alternative to capitalism, the dominance of capitalism has become and is maintained as just this normalized assumption that this is the only way that humans live. This is how we organize society. You could try to improve little bits of it, but like, this is it. Fisher called capitalist realism, quote, I'm going to read it here because I do not have it memorized, the widespread sense that not only is capitalism the only viable political and economic system, but also that it is now impossible even to imagine a coherent alternative to it. When I use that quotation, I usually put nearly in brackets before impossible because it's really important to me that people understand that what he was describing is a felt sense, but it is not impossible to imagine a coherent alternative to capitalism, and we can and should do that every day. Unlike the water that fish swim in, capitalism is not a natural system. And personally, I think it sucks. I don't like having to sell my labor to survive. I don't like that a tiny number of people own fucking everything. They own all the land and we have to sell our labor to them to survive. I think that's bad. If you've gotten this far into the video, you probably think so too. So there's a link in my bio with resources for how to organize together to change the situation, but never forget that it starts in our own minds. Actually being able to see and imagine what a better world could look like is an essential part of this process because they want us to be hopeless. They want us to think that this is the only way that we could possibly live, and it's not. We can do better, and we can imagine it together. If you appreciate my work, consider supporting me on Patreon. My children, I'm trying to get them away from cheese, and now they've discovered cashews. Why is protein so expensive? I mean, I know why. We just talked about it. It's the thing.